If you like what I make and want to help out the channel, make sure you subscribe to it, turn on notifications, leave a like on the video below, and comment as well. Thanks for your support, guys.
Hey there YouTube, welcome back to the Echo. Another day, another video for you guys. Yes, you guys are seeing a different map, kind of laggy in the beginning, but this is actually a lot more different than it seems because this was my first person game. Now, I'm gonna start by saying that I never thought I'd get to the point where I play first person. I don't know why. On PC, I played a lot of first person, a lot of third person, but I really liked playing first person a lot more, and in my opinion it's more competitive, but we won't get into that right now. And because I hold to such regard like first person shooting, and that you need a little bit more than I thought a phone can give you in terms of control, in terms of things that you need to be able to do, it was really hard for me to transition into this. So this was my first time like holding a gun in third person. And you can see my movement is a little bit shaky. I'm trying to figure out, in first person, sorry. I'm trying to figure out like what's going on. You see, I could have taken a shot. I took my time to like kind of moving and shooting instead of like moving my cursor. Just trying to get used to like the way to control a first person on mobile. Because I played a lot of third person though, I got to the point where I kind of already got used to the controls and how things look like. And everyone is playing, well, most of the people are playing like this, with the exception of a few simulators. So I guess it's not this bad. It didn't take me long to actually acclimate to it. I think that after I picked up this Uzi and I had like something with like a crosshair and not just a shotgun, I actually should have gotten that kill. But anyway, right now that I pick up the M4, I'm like, okay, now I can see what a crosshair looks like, right? I had some shotgun mission, that's why I kept the shotgun. Or I think I swapped it with a Uzi later. And I look, you can see in a second, I'm just trying to figure out how things look. And this reminds me of CSGO a lot. Like the M4 really did that swap in my head and helped me out kind of like figure out what's going on. And remember, you know, first persons are mostly all the same. PUBG is not like CSGO, for example, where standing and shooting is the way to go and there's a certain pattern. But I'm still a stand and shoot kind of guy, and most games reward you with better accuracy for that. You can see it by the size of the crosshair when you stand versus moving. But it was like I really need to see a target and see how I can track it on with a thumb, right? Like this. And I think that this happened on this game fairly early. And I actually got into a small situation here, which I'll explain to you guys as I was just playing it, because I really remember the train of thought in like the things that I was thinking about at the time, because I still see this play. It was kind of like something that a little bit ruined it in this video, in my opinion, and you'll see why in a moment. But anyway, at this point, I'm just trying to find some loot, trying to make sure I have a red dot. Like a red dot is actually very, very beneficial, and I really like it because when you scope in with the red dot, you will see that you do have a little bit of a zoom. Okay, so like it's not like a 2x or something like that, but it does zoom up a little bit, and you can actually lower your gun like I'm doing right now. You guys can see it's just like I'm zoomed in, but I'm actually with my eyes looking above the top of the red dot, looking out beyond. And at this point, a friend of mine like was downed, and I was like, screw this, I'm just gonna run in and try to save him. And I saw these guys running, and this was my first like shots. You can see the first guy was really hard to track. The second one, I ran out of ammo, but I swung because I really wanted to take the fight, and this really gave me a lot of confidence in my like first person thing. Now here's the play. I hear people running behind me. I'm already ready. I know someone's coming. I heard the footsteps. He peeks, tapping the head, very easy. I hear another guy. Okay, now I'm like, okay, I need to play this cool. It's probably his friend. He's gonna try to save him. He's gonna try to pick him up, something of the sort. So this is the guy running, and I miss him altogether because he stops and turns, which was really weird. At this point, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep my crosshair on and slowly pan to him. Right now, notice I'm about to hesitate. You see that hesitation right there, and I look that way. You see the guy that came out. I hear him, and I hear him very close. So I'm almost about to take the shot, but then I hear someone, so I looked for a second. When I did that, he shot me and downed me. This was the bigger bummer. Now, I forgot to mention a small thing, okay? Actually, a big thing. This guy right here who actually just got the kills, I don't think he's the one. Yes, it is the one who's rezzing me. He is one of you guys. He's one of the viewers who just added me. He's a really cool guy. And I was playing with one of his friends. And actually, they might have been both his friends. And they are diamonds. I'm not there yet. I don't think I'm there yet. And this was my first-person game. So this was a diamond level, I guess. Or I don't know how this would work exactly. But these guys were very, very good. Or I don't really know how. You see this guy comes up behind me. This was the shot that I was like, okay, I'm tracking the spray pattern. I'm like, okay, cool, I can do this with my thumb. And I was actually really low health. There's another guy right back there. I ran out of ammo, but I still got him. And then just like the finish. That's that. But yeah, the first person thing is really interesting. I think that maybe my teammate downed that guy, by the way, and I just finished him. But anyway, 41 alive, 4 kills in. Trying to kind of, if one thing really annoys me, and I don't know if this is my settings, I might be wrong, I might have done something not good, maybe my settings need a little tweaking, but what I do feel is that the level in which I'm standing is too low. I feel like I'm a 5-foot guy. Like I'm 1 meter 82 centimeters, which is about 6 feet, and this is almost like crawling, and I'm not crawling, this is standing up. So I feel like the POV needs a little height. I don't know why it feels to me that you're sitting so low down on the ground. Maybe that's to make grass a little scarier. I don't know. I really don't. That's the only thing that really takes me a while to get used to while playing. And I've played a couple more first person games after that, and we won a few games as well, and it was like it's cool, it's fun, and I'm playing against strong people. Like we ran against some clans that apparently are really good. I don't know them, but these guys got excited a couple times about like different like clans that we played against, and like maybe pros, maybe like very good players. I don't know what they were. I'm just getting into the scene, right? So I'm like, well, I need to play more first person. I've kept for now my first person experience to playing with them because I don't feel comfortable enough yet to play on my own. I actually tried it on my own a couple times, and I might have even won a game or two, but they weren't like high action games. Like I'm not really finding the comfort in first person yet. And 1v squads, which is a lot of the content that's about to be coming up, has been so much fun because I'm almost it's like I think I'm platinum at this point, somewhere in platinum. Bear in mind, like I just started playing this season, and it's like when I'm in squads alone, I'm not platinum. I think I'm like gold 5 now. So it's like there's a big difference, in my opinion at least, and it gives me a little bit more of a freedom. Like I get like a nice amount of kills. A few of the games that you guys are going to be seeing in the next few videos were not at gold. I think they were like top silver, like silver 1, silver 2, and gold 5 all together. The couple of videos that are going to come up, and it's like a lot of fun because there's 4 people shooting at you, but they're not very, very, very good. So you do have the time to learn how to like quick scope this guy, M4 that guy, hide back, you reload. It's kind of cool. At this point in the game, we're just like looting up a little bit. We have finished off like this area is apparently one of the hotter areas in this map. I have played, I think it's called Miramar before, but I'm not a big fan of it. I wasn't a big fan of it on the PC. I'm not a big fan of it here either, and it's mainly because there's so many small hills and crevices and the ways to be very well blended with the sand and with the rock and stuff like that. So it's like super hard when you're running in a huge field and someone's just peeking, shooting you, and hiding back, and you have no idea where the shot is coming from. So it's like it has too many open areas with too many places where someone can camp. That's my problem. I personally don't camp like that, but I do run into people who are just sitting in a crevice that is on the way to somewhere, and they're just sitting there and waiting for people to pass by. I died to one of those, and it was very annoying. But anyway, at this point, you know, let's get back into the game. 31 people alive, just cleared this building out, got a nice little silencer on the M4. Some people said, and I noticed like in other videos of other content creators of PUBG, that they don't really use the M16. I don't really understand why. I understand that well, from the PC, the M16 was one of the better long-range weapons, and that's why it only goes between burst and single. Because I saw that, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give the SKS a shot. I'm not a fan of the SKS. I don't like its kick. I never liked its kick on PC. In here we had a couple of interactions going on, like some shots in the background and stuff like that, so we knew we were in the right way. But I don't like its kick, and on top of that, as you can see, I don't have a foregrip, which I saw one in the back. I don't know why I didn't pick it up, but I specifically opened the foregrip to show you guys, because I knew I was recording, right? One more thing that I forgot to mention is that when you're recording on the Samsung Galaxy device, and I guess any Android device now, you cannot record sound as well. Like, you cannot record while your microphone is open, which is really, really weird. So I ordered a capture card. It's on its way here, and I will start making more videos with like actual live recording content, like not necessarily streaming, but a video will have me actually playing the game. And I saw a couple of cool tricks and things that people did that I might adopt as well. Get a camera for the hands, you know, so you guys can see what I'm using. I got a couple of also like the helpers, like the pads to shoot with and the grips to hold and stuff like that. My biggest grievance with this game is the way I hold the phone. I think it's because it's the Galaxy S8, which has this slimmer, longer resolution and size. Maybe that's my problem. I don't know what I'm doing wrong when I grip the phone, but it happens more often than not that my pinky goes numb within the first 10 minutes of the game, and then it's impossible to hold on to the phone. I guess I'm holding it wrong in a certain way, like making it so that no blood can reach it, but I don't know. I'm not getting into that. But anyway, favoring the SKS in here. We popped a few shots, but it wasn't really anything interesting. We have about 25 people alive. We're just chilling, driving. You know, a PUBG game. Every now and then you have like a few minutes that are just completely dead, trying to find your next target. Now, the thing about first person that I realized really quickly, and you can see I'm moving quite a lot, my view, is that you're a third person in the car. You're in a third person in the car. And the most annoying thing about first person in PC was driving in first person. This is a huge advantage. I can potentially, in the right situation, get in a car, spot someone, and then get out and turn towards them rather than get shot. We do see a few people way back there. Do you see the kick on this thing? That was so annoying. There was a guy all the way in the back. You see him moving right there by the palm tree. It takes me forever to actually shoot him. A couple of shots finally hit. It's like, okay, cool. And now it's like push, 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 push. We've been driving for 10 minutes maybe. If we don't do something, we're gonna die of boredom. So I was like about to finish this guy. This was an actually really embarrassing situation that happened. I mean, look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Shoot the tree a little more, please. Miss the guy a little more, please. Come on, man. Take an angle. What an embarrassment. Like, how do you play like this? Move a little bit to the left. And then his friend started shooting away. Like, what the heck? Where did that come from? And another shot from the back now. I'm like, okay, this is not good. First, get in here behind the wall. That way you are protected from that side. And now run this way. Nothing else you can do, right? This guy goes down. We're like, oh no, where is he? And I get shot in the back. I'm like, I can't get you, man. She's getting shot in the back. And then I think he gets taken out. No, he doesn't. He does. Yes, he does. He gets taken out right towards the end. I'm like, sorry, buddy. He's like right outside the door, but I'm like, man, I can't get you. You're getting destroyed. I stand, I die. So I'm like, okay, let me peek out a little bit. Let me go see what going on. You know what I'm saying? What is this bull right there? I only have a 2x. I don't have nothing. This loot was not very favorable, to say the least. And the shooter just disappears. Gone. No clue. I'm like, alright, well, that ain't good. Because either he's pushing, which would make sense, or he is running away, which would not be fun. And then we get shot up from the hill as well, which was not very helpful. It's like, really? Really? We actually getting shot again from the back. It was from the front, then from the back, then from the front again, and then the back again. It's like, come on, man. Give us a break. We're in a house. It's like, okay, shots this way, shots that way. A little bit of like noise, you know, popping a few shots, teammates shooting, stuff like that. We're like, all right, time out. What the heck are we doing? There's guys on the hill. Let's rush the hill. Let's get that high ground first. Kill the guys up on the hill, and then sort it out from there. And then as we say that, this guy comes out and goes the other way. Grabs the car. I'm like, cool, I'm right with you. Let's go. Get up on the hill. That's what we need to do. Like, he's like, you know what?
He's right inside here, I think.
Let's go to that building.
I'm pretty sure.
There's people in that building. Like, all right. I can't talk, right? So I communicate to them. Like, okay, fine, whatever. We get in here, healing up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Getting the energy drink going on. And now it's like, well, what are we doing? There's people around. We know that for sure. There were people in this building, I think. He finds someone or really outside from here. And it was like people everywhere in a second. It's people absolutely everywhere. It's like 17 minutes into a game. First person, first time in first person. No scopes, no nothing. It's just like, all right, screw it. This guy went up the hill just like we said. Woohoo. And then I noticed the other guy went up the hill just as watch. I was like, okay, well, I guess I just stayed in this warehouse that you left the car for nothing. But anyway, these guys know what they're doing, you know, like they're much higher ranked than I am. They play better. They play more first person than I do. I'll just follow along and see what's going on. I think that there's a few shots up top. I think that they got one at some point here. I remember this game pretty decently well. And I run into someone like about halfway, if I'm not mistaken. We're about to see. Just holding the upper ground. I'm like, these guys are behind me. What am I gonna do? Go push with them. We see a few shots. We're just hearing things, right? And it's crazy because the sound in this game can be very deceiving. It takes a while to actually really learn the sound because your sound system is kind of fucked up. People that are very far, you can hear for very loud, so you cannot really take in account the loudness of steps, but you can take in account is like the frequency of them. So if someone's far, it'll be loud but less frequent, and the closer they get, the more detailed the footsteps are. So as I mentioned earlier, we wanted to hold the higher ground and look for whoever was shooting. 3 of us alive. Circle's about to close down yet again. And we're, you know, kind of chilling, trying to figure out what the heck is going on. I am 4 kills in. I got downed once. 4 kills in on my first game. I was like, you know, I might maybe post this on YouTube as like a video, a thing. Perhaps if this game gets a little spicier. We have 14 people else that are left. So maybe we can get a little bit of more action. But I wasn't really worried about the kills and the content of the game, but more to show the things that I learned or understood and or figured out or might be completely wrong after one game of first person. I do want to say one thing. If you do not play first person at all, it'll be much harder than you think, but it will make you so much better in third person. It will improve you so much because in here, hip shooting is okay, is
Shots.
but you're already here, so the
I just hear him.
the way you play in first person is by aiming.
of me.
You aim
Yeah.
up the gun at all time. You don't just spray from the hip. So when you put that in mind, that every time you see someone, the first reaction is place your crosshair and lift the aim rather than just shoot, then your ability to hit a shot better, faster, and your accuracy improvements will be unbelievable. You will notice that in games like this, the shooting mechanic has a dynamic crosshair. This means that when you move, it grows. When you're standing, it comes close, it gets smaller. And when you aim, it even gets smaller than that. Now, you don't really have a crosshair because they give you like this crosshair of the 2x, for example, that has a dot. And by the way, at this point, our guy right there, as you can see, is in the other warehouse, and there's people everywhere. You saw I shot the guys up in the back. There's people in the building. Crazy stuff. But anyway, you'll see right here the way I aim, and sometimes I do hit fire, but the more you aim, the better, the easier, the more shots you'll hit for sure, which makes sense, right? Our friend dies on the side of the building. He's like, there's people on me, there's people on me, there's people on me. I'm like, who is on you? I'm here. He's like, there's people on me. He's right here. I look, you see, I scope in, I see a guy way back there just laying down. I'm like, okay, spray him, dead. He's like, no, 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 there's a guy around the corner, right here around the corner. I'm like, what? And then the guy runs. Kind of a little bit hard to track him, a little annoying. He tries to kill my friend. I had to reload, and here almost, and I get the down right there. And he's like, no, 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 listen, there's another guy back here. I'm like, listen, I'm here, all good. I see him crawl into the back, headshot the guy in the back, and miss the second target. Now, I'm here, man. They're both right there. I'm pushing this thing. Another kill. Get the two guys. 7 kills. And there's already this guy's telling me there's people right in this direction up on the hills. And I'm like, up on the hills? Where? And I get shot. And they were there, right? I was like, duh. This guy's still downed. I'm like, I have to get to him. So it's like, at this point, the first guy's like, no, no, I got this. Cool. He went to heal the other guy. I'm like, okay, I'm pinned. This motherfucker is like up on the hill, and the zone creeps up on me. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm just running. People right there, right up there by the 2 palm trees. I don't know how they didn't shoot me right here, but they were right there. They later on, you'll see in a second, we're running up, and I guess they shot the team that was in the back and didn't notice us. Shots going everywhere, okay? Shots getting hit, shots getting shot everywhere. Things going crazy. So I'm like, 8x, screw it. I'm with this annoying gun, and that's the only thing I have for distance. I'm like, where are these people? And people are like, between the 2 palm trees, two palm trees. I'm like, which palm trees? I don't see them. Screw it, I'm going in. And someone threw the smoke, I don't know who. I got hit the one time, I'm like, oh god, I'm dead. So I just stood behind the smoke, kind of not coming out from the other side so they don't wait for me on the other side. Just stood behind the smoke and chilled. And my teammates are like, you can flank them. I'm like, what? How can I flank them? I just got shot from the left. And as I go up slow and steady, I see them right there by the palm trees. A little mad spray, kind of hard to track down still. Remember, one of my probably like 20 sprays total that I did in first person up to now. His friend is right there. I'm trying to kind of spray him out. Bad spray, man. And then finally a couple of shots. Click. Kill number 9. And the smoke comes out again. I guess this was my teammates. We're like, okay, cool. We're 3 people, 4 alive. We got this. I'm on 9 kills. First game. First person. First game. And all of a sudden there's a 6x and there's a bunch of loot and a bunch of good stuff. At this point I couldn't care less, right? I'm 9 kills in. 93, well, 89 people, technically 90, right? Because Alex died. 90 people dead later, and I'm still here with the freaking SKS, which after that I stopped picking up again, and an M4 with a silencer, which is really nice and all that. That's the sprayer that I prefer from PC. I don't know. People say QBZ is better. People say like a bunch of stuff. I prefer the M4. Every now and then I pick up the girls for the S's and for the S's and G's. And that's about it.
Times 4 times 6.
Like, I don't need another sprayer. I'll take scars. I'll take AKMs if needed. AKM without a compensator is a very frustrating gun, and without a red dot or something like that, which the Scar and M4 have pretty decent sights for. So at this point, I'm like laying down, looking at the loot. I'm thinking whether I want to make the switch now. This is when I actually said, do I want to make the switch now? I was like, screw it. Not gonna even bother. We're gonna finish this game as it is. Zone is moving in about 2 seconds, and you know, this is what I'm talking about this map. Okay, in any one of these like little hills, there can be a guy laying down. In every one of these crevices, there can be a guy sitting and waiting, and you're running, and this is close range. You can see how many crevices there are. Can you imagine how many long range shots you can take? Look at how far I can see. Look at how far I can see. And it's just like, look, that car looks brand new. Look at the building way in the back there. And spoiler alert, they were there. And my guys who were ahead of me ended up finding a few people out there. I think I even downed one, but then he got revived and knocked by a grenade. But yeah, zone's moving. I'm like, oh, fudge, you know? It's like, all right, we here, we good, we got this. 7 people. My teammate knocks a guy. I'm like, okay, cool. You knocked the guy. I'll kill the guy. That's 6 people left. 3 of us, 3 of them. Has to be, right?
Only one guy.
You'd think so, and it is, but if you really wouldn't have believed it if I told you from the beginning that 3 of them survived, right? And I don't know how I didn't see them, but they are in that building. I guess they peeked a little bit later as we started pushing in a little more. They got the circle, of course, and we're like, well, we don't see anyone. Here's the first marker, and at this point, I was like, okay, I need to keep an eye on this. Someone shot from that window right there. So it's like, okay, we know there's someone there. This is bad. We're in the middle of nowhere, open road, open field, open area. So like, we start taking like the lower ground. As you can see here, we went as far down into ditches and started hanging a little more to the left, because we're like, okay, these mountains can cover one side, and we can first of all go take a peek at that airdrop, and secondly, you know, we're covered from the guys up top because of the hill. Of course, I had to, you know what I'm saying, had to give it a little peek. Maybe we got something. And you know, the ghillie suit was kind of fun. I was like, I have to pick this thing up. So I picked it up, took the MK, because I never really used the MK, and as I didn't use the SKS just as well, I was like, screw it. I'm just gonna pick up the MK14. I've never really used it in mobile before, so first person, I was like, okay, cool. Spoiler alert to what's about to happen, what is about to go through my mind. I'm about to be like, holy this thing has a huge kick. It shoots. It's worse than the SKS. It kicks like a mule, man. It kicks like a big boy mule. It kicks like a freaking donkey, man. It kicks, brother. I see guys up on the roof. You'll see in a second. I take a shot. It's like, oh my goodness. Look. Hit the shot. Look how far it went. Look how far. I'm like clicking. It's just, holy lordy. It's like, can only tap, right? And it's like, come on, look at this guy. I'm like, no. And someone threw a grenade, excellent grenade, knocked the one guy that got picked up, and then hit the other guy. It was like, all right, this game is over. These guys are closing in. I won't even make it to a kill. Actually, at some point, we were like, yo, I'm at 9 kills for the YouTubes. Let's make it 10. So I ran, but as you can see in a second, I just started running. I'm like, screw it. I got the view, I got the everything. I don't care. I need to get a kill, you know what I'm saying? My boy here from the viewers out fragging me and stuff. I'm like, yo, he's a diamond though. He's a diamond and a freaking great player, by the way. We later on created LizardSquadron, by the way, a clan. If you guys want to join us, you're more than welcome to. We're just friends playing. Here were the last few kills. I don't think I picked up any of those. Feels bad, man. But anyway, look for us, LizardSquadron. Last closing thoughts. First person's awesome. I need to play it more. I love to play with this guy. Spotty's a big dude. Awesome guy. And thank you guys very much for watching. If this was too long, too short, I don't know. Leave me comments below. Let me know what you think. I'm making changes because, in my opinion, this is too long. But for now, Peace.